The unique genius of America's founding fathers was in the checks and balances they placed in our system of government. On the one hand, they recognized the biblical truth that government is necessary and given to us by God. On the other hand, they recognized that those given the power to govern are themselves fallen, fallible people who will tend to abuse power. James Madison, often called the father of the Constitution, framed the dilemma well in one of the Federalist Papers. He wrote, "If men were angels, no government would be necessary. If angels were to govern men, neither external nor internal controls on government would be necessary." But, of course, men are not angels. So both government and limitations on government are necessary. In recent years, we have seen a cascade of government abuse against its citizens. We saw the IRS was used as a weapon against conservatives and Christian organizations by the Obama administration. We see the relying on the fraudulent so-called hate map of the Southern Poverty Law Center. And worse yet, a return to the corruption of J. Edgar Hoover, with the FBI allegedly spying on the Trump campaign during the 2016 election season. With increasing dependency, more and more Americans have made an idol of government, enlarging it to an unprecedented size and expecting it to do everything from providing jobs to giving us health care. And the checks against abusing that power, first and foremost, personal integrity resulting from adherence to God's law, have fallen by the wayside. History has shown that a people who will not govern themselves will ultimately be governed by tyrants. Our hope lies in returning to the Word of God. George Washington himself issued a prophetic warning for every generation when he wrote, "Of all the dispositions and habits which lead to political prosperity, religion and morality are indispensable supports. In vain would that man claim the tribute of patriotism who should labor to subvert them."